said the top.
Okay, so we have a London event coming up soon, and a team that's really under the radar in the EU, I really like people to know. Also, Supremacy has gotten better.
Supremacy has been getting better every single event, and their matches against Rise in Vegas was key, super key on what it gave for the conference, because they should have had top 8.
Yeah.
But just like we see with Faithful, we see Supremacy get better. Slowly but surely, we see them get better. And also at the same time, let's not forget, Supremacy was the best international team, was the best European team to start this season in Dallas, right? Before Fable made their roster change. And Supremacy, they got a lot of pride in this, and I'm pretty sure they're chasing Fable 100%, chasing them down, saying, hey, you know what, we're trying to get back to this throne. But even in the same region, we saw Jack, make some tweets or whatever, and just saying, hey, like, it's cool, you guys on the podium, we love you guys. Even when you guys in the finals, we cheering for you.
They show love. I love it.
But we coming for your head. We coming for that top spot. And every week it's just getting closer and closer, We've seen some people in the region just say, hey, man, Fable's just getting $3, right? They're getting free money and free points every week.
Disagree so bad.
I agree. I agree with you disagreeing, because the fact is that, they're doing it, but I feel like when you have that type of mindset, you already accepted that you're never going to be it, which is the wrong mindset. And you should be grateful that you have a team that's so dominant in your region, because, like, every week, man, I'm like, all right, what can we do to get closer? Where do we fail? How do we close the gap on these guys? If they were like the second best team in the region, if they were the second best team in the region beforehand, right? How did they become one of the best teams in Gears of War globally within a short span of two to 3 months, right? You got to ask yourself, why? How did that happen? And try to make those same changes and apply to your team. And I know some people will say, oh, well, they just got Marsh and they got Krim too. But it's more to it than that. Because Marsh and Krim was on a different team too, but they still didn't play that well, right? It's a chemistry thing,
And plus, I mean, I don't like that mentality. Oh, they're always gonna win. It's stupid. It's stupid. If you think like that, you're stupid. But
you're not a winner.
Right. We look at we're gonna watch the Latin American 2K finals, and you gotta look at how many teams we've seen from Latin America on the 2K. So we've seen Fire and Ice. I mean, we've seen these new goon rosters, like all different variations. Like all of these guys are good as hell, but it's like you have to see which is the best roster to go ahead and compete against this Latin American teams.
I kind of heard the game.
I was getting excited.
I was getting excited. I heard the game start in my ear, and I was just like, oh yeah, no, it's not happening.
So, I mean, we'll see. But hopefully the guy fixes his connection soon. But, until then, I would say that we should go to a short commercial break before this game comes up. So, with that being said, guys, we will see you soon on Forge Blitz with New Goons, Latin American Kings, after this short break. All right, here we go. Right. Map 1, Forge Blitz Blaze. Are you ready, man?
Yeah, we got everybody shooting.
There we go. Everybody got a gun. All right, here we go. We're going to start things off on crack where he gets this sweet one shot on Death Knight. 2 down already for the Latin American Kings. Oh, these new goons came to play, Blaze.
Yeah, there's some shooters on this team, and they're always around to play. You know, we talked about how these guys, they've been playing against the Latam Kings team for a long time, you know, formerly the boys who always wear that yellow, you know, no matter what org they in, you know, those color schemes got to be yellow. And so right here, you see super aggressive for New Goons, and we'll see what happens. We've seen this Latam Kings team lose a lot of round ones before, but you know, they watch a lot of Fight Night too, and every time they do lose one, they make the weapon selection very, very important for their team. So if Latam Kings lost this round 1, it'll be super beneficial for them. Why? Because they're going to put an M-bar up top, or they're going to put a boom shot down low. They're going to put something big, a big, nice, heavy power weapon for their all-stars to shine and for them to really start dictating the flow of this map and play their game.
Yes, and with the 2-1 hill cap advantage for New Goons, they are now pushing the 100 mark in regards to points, with Latin American Kings falling behind with 60 points. But as we are on board with Sleeper, he's getting hit with all types of support weapons, pistols, lances, before he was finally taken down by Cardia. 3 kills, 3 downs, and only 2 deaths. This guy has an impressive stat line as he runs across the map with the Lancer before he is confronted by a member of Latin American Kings. He's staying alive, but with the teammate coming to his aid, he seems to push the 2v1 fight, which happens to be a 3v1 where they are capping the B hill.
You know what? Hey, in the first round, everybody's a winner, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to start just saying that everybody's a winner in round number 1. You know, either you get a round win or you get one of the first weapon placements in the game. And that's going to be just so huge. But, folks, we take a look at our scoreboard. It's going to be 155 to 105. A 50-point deficit.
Is this triple cap territory?
We'll see if Latam Kings, they got to go for the triple cap, so they need to decap B. Cardia's watching. We're going to start to see some pressure coming from mid-map, though. Desanai is going to play it super safe, and he's going to try to push in last minute, drawing some people to him. He's waiting for the pinch from his team to come in through. He got 3 players in front, and he knows that he just needs to go.
Clock is ticking, baby. Clock is ticking with the score now 195 to 133. I mean, Latin American Kings, they have to get a triple cap. Every fight has to be won on their end. As Desanai pushes in with a 1v1, yes, he was able to take out B-God, but Exploits was able to take out Sleeper as well.
Home hill.
Yes.
Who's watching?
I mean, this is possible, Blaze.
Beautiful. Oh,
this
he got
is possible. It. No shot, Blaze.
Now, this is like, you know, I always say that, you know, even with the weapon, this is like a morale winner, right? This is where you just crush your opponent's morale if you're able to win this one. The home hill just needs to get capped. So what I want to see from NG, I want to see them fighting in the home hill. Because as Latam Kings is cutting down his deficit, you know, it's looking like, hey, as soon as they reach that 200 mark, this kill won't even make a difference.
Yes.
See, he needs a big one. Oh, this is it.
This is it.
Oh, but the score. He needs to cap now. They may have done it. I don't know if you should leave that hill, big fella.
Goons coming in to cap C. Here it goes. This is a huge 2v2 fight.
Okay, they won it.
They got
it. They won it.
No way.
Yeah, they won it.
No way.
Floyd's leaving that hill at the end. He just needs to just be a brick wall and just hold his ground.
Man.
The reason why I say he needs to be a brick wall and hold his ground because they needed that hill to cap up as soon as possible. They needed 2 people in that moment.
They made a statement.
They needed 2 people in that moment. You couldn't allow, you know, those guys to come through and break you capping up that hill with just 1 touch. So he had to be a wall.
Are we really witnessing this already in round 1? All right, so we're gonna take a look at the weapon going down.
And so that's a real win, okay?
Yes.
Just for the fact is that that's a morale boost for your team, and New Goons is just like house way.
How do you start off a map like that?
Also, they go for the secondary weapons right away, which is completely okay. Why? Sleeper's good with all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you know, the Markset is his preference on this map. But with it being 1, 2, 3, 4 weapon spawns on this map, round 5, round 6, if Latam Kings, you know, end up losing it, they can easily switch it out.
I really like this. Look at New Goons. They're complete bullies. Down low at the B hill, we saw Exploits just bully himself to gain map control. In the control room, Crack takes out Chaos. Now 1 more member is left alive for Latin American Kings. He's going to go ahead and push. He is going to try to clutch Desanai. No, he was unable to clutch. It's only 2 kills, 40+ seconds dead. It is I'm not going to say it's not looking good because they won the first round by clutching it, but, I mean, Latin American Kings, they're not starting off as hot as we thought they would.
This is just a beautiful pinch. If you're cracked, you can't die, and he kind of clutches up. But that's a, they kind of had to double back because what ended up happening in that up tower, the Latam Kings, they ended up pushing through and taking that fight towards Nugoon's side of that control room. Gave their teammates to spawn up and kind of get some more position back up top, but it's still no power weapons up there. So after that first initial, it's really no point of being up there. You can kind of keep the fight focused and geared towards down low.
Crack able to stay alive as he had 2 Lancers firing off. He won a 1v1 to help out his teammates, and now he's pushing another 1v1. Oh no, he was unable to take it. Monkey, a guy that we've bragged about for it seems like forever now. The latest addition to this Latin American Kings roster. He is a slaying force. This guy just goes off. Simple.
Yeah, he always, you know what? He's one of the big reasons in which they made their way back into the top 4, Yeah. His play style, was able to relieve some pressure from his teammates, and also, but at the same time, making plays for the team, right? Making plays that needed to be made and keep them in games. He's a huge factor of that, and on land, sometimes he does not die.
No. As I'm taking a look at V-God and the rest of this movement team, they're not afraid to get into the faces of Latin American Kings. They're not scared to push Chaos, push Monkeys in these 1v1s to really pressure them. And that's what we miss from a lot of, lower-seeded teams when they go against these top rosters. You got to show these guys that you're not scared to push these fights. You're going to have to make them play your game, not the other way around. I
100% agree with you there, Bill. You do got to make them play your game. That's why, especially even through the weapon selection process, is so it's so important because you just need to set the map up the best way for your team, and not so much of trying to block things for your opponent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you and your opponent are both great with boom shot at a certain location, and put the boom shot down and have confidence in your team and your team's gameplay. But with 2:03 on the clock and 1 heal in Nugoon's favor, and they're capping up a second one, they will get round number 2. And Latam Kings will end up placing the end bar up top of control room.
I think they heard our pregame talk, and these guys came out firing because, I mean, they should be up 2-0 right now. Chaos and Crew, they were able to clutch it, but Crack Cardia, exploits, these guys are just going off. They're from initials all the way into the end. These guys, they keep pressuring you over and over again. This is what I like to see with teams trying to make it to the top. But the question is, when you look at a team like this, they're so fiery and hot. It's consistency. Can they continue sending in these aggressive waves over and over again to make sure Latin American Kings, lose?
I was a little rusty on my weapon selection prediction. They end up blocking Incinerator, and which is cool. That's still going to be good in their favor. I just, would expect the aggressive gameplay sooner, but you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe because they're not winning these initials, they're staying away from placing that power weapon up top,
Good point.
They've been a little slow on it, and it has been involving in Crack up there just really getting the job done and take it down, Desert Knight and Chaos. So we'll see. Maybe that was the hesitation because I usually don't see it from them.
Yeah, when it comes to initials and control tower, Nugoons, they're 2 for 3 right now. They're probably able to erase that deficit by winning this last fight. It's all down to info. No, he gets down, but yes, exploit. Able to take out Dezo. He was unable to win that fight for his team. But Monkey, 7 kills, 4 downs. He has a bow talk and he's looking to put in big damage as a support player.
At first, I was going to say Monkey's made a huge mistake not reviving his teammate when he had time. And he still could have revived him, but, he ended up clutching up and winning his 1v2. And taking that fight for his team, but here comes the pressure. And we're seeing Latam Kings just focus. They're just they're geared down low. And it's working out for them. And they said, hey, we're winning these rounds, and, let's keep the aggression.
Crack! Look at Crack! Crack came out of nowhere with the flank. He got 2 straight kills. Exploit was able to help him out to get the 3rd straight. Latin American Kings down 3 players. Now you're going to see the aggressive play. But Blaze, we spoke about the great play by now picking up the down member. We see that a lot with these pro teams, these top teams. How important is it to keep the play going rather than pause for that, extra 5 seconds to pick up on the team?
It depends on the situation. That was a situation in which you could revive his teammate, but sometimes it just it kind of just calls for, do you feel like you're in a position to pick up both kills, you know?
Yeah.
Do you got a free kill in there somewhere? Can you, point blank a guy off a revive and get some help? But if any chance you can get an extra gun in that fight, a friendly gun, you take it. Those are risky plays. High risk, high risk, man. Equal reward.
Yeah.
Because the reward is the same, if not greater, when you pick your teammate up in that and win the same fight. So it's nothing special coming out besides a little bit of clout.
Adverse, we saw him in a 1v1 cover fight against Crag. He knew that fight wasn't the best scenario for him, so he backs up with the Lancer. He's going to make sure that his home hill remains untouched by this COG team. But Adverse, a veteran in the scene, a veteran in the Latin American scene, definitely. We expect nothing but high IQ plays from him. So with this huge fight over at B Exploits, no, he was unable to make a huge play. Sleeper, one of my favorite players on this roster. He's able to capture B Hill to get the triple cap.
Here comes the rest of the players off the spawn. Latam. They're going to steal that one. So now our next two weapon selections that are open, we got a weapon slot on top of this B Hill, and we got one up top.
I'm going to see him go.
If I'm New Goons, Latam Kings, they've been kind of, after the first initial fight in control tower, they've been kind of running away from it. But you can put something nice down low.
I like this. The
fight's been geared towards here. They're just going to keep it at nades. Okay.
Okay, you know why? Because Exploits, he's in a 1v1 in that area. Every time I've taken a look at the B Hill, Exploits, he's always the first one to make the move there. Whoever's playing there on Latin American Kings, he's not being as aggressive. So he's giving that real estate over to New Goons every single round. So if they're able to capitalize and get that incendiary nade, even if they have trouble in control tower, Exploits will be able to make a huge move to help out.
Yeah, he definitely will be. Now, so you see, it's expected 2v1. Latam Kings head numbers on top of the incense. But here you go, Chaos. He's actually, I think he's pushing through.
He's still alive.
And Crack's doubling back, but that's 3 members. So initially, they still got kind of Latam Kings. They want to fight up top control room. Chaos pushed through, but ultimately they got the incense and they got the neutral hill cap. Right? That's pretty much the whole purpose of the fighting control room, to get whatever power weapons in those locations, but most importantly, cap the neutral hill and get map control. Since there's no power weapons up there, since no heals in the incendiary, you don't need it to keep control over the map. So they're doing what they got to do, and they're playing efficiently.
Yes.
This should be another round in the book for Latam Kings, and yes, it will be.
And here we go, 2 rounds in a row. Latin American Kings up 3-1 Blaze. This is something that I've always called out, and it gets me so frustrated. When I see a power weapon put down, and it's usually a 1v1 or 2v2, I always say, why don't they throw an extra player there? Just to throw them off track. Latam Kings did that. I mean...
So, now my thing is that the fact is that they did not... They saw was 2 people down low fighting for the instance, but they put majority of their players up top. And that was New Goons who put majority of players up top. But the question is, why? It's nothing really crazy up there. It's nothing big.
Yeah.
Why so many people? And so now they're going to finally put a snipe and make some use of this control tower. But the one thing that was impressive to me is that this is one of the first few times where I've seen that whole control room pretty much be null and void. Where teams
it didn't matter last round.
Yeah, no. The last 4 rounds, nobody really cared for it.
Yeah.
Within base strats, you sent your first few players there, but at the same time, you could have took those same 2 players and ran them up under that underpass to the right of Exploits there, and just pushed out the players down low if you wanted to.
I like that, and with the mid-game adjustment, New Goons saw that it was a 2v2 at the B Hill. A 1v2 at the B Hill, so they sent an extra player. It didn't mean anything in the long run. B-God was taken out by Adverse. Adverse picks up the double kill, taking out Exploits as well. Here we go, control tower.
All dead.
Won by Latin American Kings. This is 5 down for New Goons.
On an 18-second respawn round as well. So, and these guys know it. They said, damn, we got wiped.
Fat lady singing.
So, folks, just to kind of break it down for you, we had a 1v1 in Incense, we had a 2v2 on top of the B Hill, and we had a 2v2 on Control Tower. Yeah. And all fights were won for Latam Kings. The 2v2 down low. They got the man advantage, closed out the last guy. They got super aggressive up top because they were controlling the fight, just happened to be controlling it at the same time. They played it out, they won that. And we saw down low, Cardia losing that 1v1 as well. So, Latam Kings, everything's working out for them. But this time, I like the play by New Goons. Why? They said, all right, come back down.
All right.
They said, come back down. Let's get some more focus down low. and you know, we'll see what happens.
Right.
So what I want to see is a 1v1 up top of Sniper. I want to see 3 guys fighting for the boom, and I want to see the home hill players try to fight for engagement through that cut, right? Get that angle mid-map so you can have a sight line on that boom and those people that's in that underpass.
It's almost as if Blaze can see the future. You see a 1v1 fight for the sniper rifle up top, but also a 3v3 team battle down low for the B hill and the boom shot. So with Crack grabbing the sniper rifle, Latin American Kings, they take out 3 players down low.
Ooh.
For the advantage. Here we go. Cardia making a move. Cardia and Crack on absolute fire for this New Goons roster. Where they combined, you know, 30 kills between the two. This is up to Crack to really make a play.
See him. Just take a shot.
Do it. You have the sniper rifle. There we go.
Oh, that he was waiting for the boom pickup. Smart man.
All right.
He's trying to see if they're gonna go for a second one. But that boom is, he's gonna eye until that boom disappears or until one of his teammates get into a proper position.
And his teammates were able to respawn with how much time that he took them off the clock by just being patient. He had a turtle strategy and waited to get the free kill, but adverse. Oh!
Cracked him.
Oh, yeah, that caught me off guard. But yeah, Crack going absolutely off of New Goons roster right now.
That was beautiful.
I didn't expect that.
He won his 1v1, but it just showed that, he was still able to control what was happening at B for the boom shot, and also buying his team enough time.
Yeah.
And now domination coming through for New Goons, but they're choosing to back up. Crack's trying to get some space, not trying to die in this fight right away. Can't see a lot through the smoke. But folks at home, we can see with the X-rays, and it's looking like this fight can go either way, and it's finally going to go in favor of New Goons.
All right, when you look at the score of 2-4, you would think, okay, Latin American Kings, they're putting that thing on, they're giving them that work. No, this New Goons roster, these guys are on fire right now. Crack and Cardia was the exploits specifically. We saw what Crack did with the sniper rifle, which was absolutely huge. But, the rest of the team they're picking up, they have great team fire. It's just coming down to crunch time where LATAM Kings are able to excel. So, like I said earlier on, I believe in the second round, this is where consistency is key. All right, you're winning initially. You have to keep that energy up throughout the rest of the game. Blaze, I believe we're heading into halftime.
Yep, we're going to be heading into halftime, folks. So, our power weapons that was on the map are going to be wiped off. And we're also going to have 3 new hills as well, G, E, and F.
Yes.
But on a map like this, the opening initials are still somewhat the same,
I have a question, Blaze.
Yeah.
Looking at that initial fight, yes, we saw some smoke clouds, but it's almost like these players can see through the smoke. How important is tagging and just call-outs in general in this Series War game?
So, so every player, you click your right stick in, you put a mark, right? You mark the player. You see that mark to the right that is almost like that red dot over his head? Through smoke, your team can see if you mark players, but you can't mark somebody through smoke. You got to mark them before the smoke goes up. You got to only can mark what's in your vision.
Yes.
And that's super important with, it's 10 smokes to start the game. And every player spawns up with another smoke. So being able to tag people and get the vision through the smokes and be able to see where they're stunned, that is very important. And it's a fundamental. If you're shooting, you should be tagging. Anybody that you're shooting should have a red dot over their head.
Yes.
And if you can do that masterfully, then it's almost like, having X-ray vision on at all times.
I mean, not only that, but it's great for just, really focusing all of your damage on the one player. If one guy, let's say if there's an Avexes or a Praise running around just going wild, tag him, point him out, so everybody on your team can see him, they can focus on him. It adds great depth to the game.
It does. And so, all right, so this has turned into another 1v1 up top. This is going to be Desnide versus Crack. Who can come out? Who wants it the most?
Crack has been going off, and here we go, Crack with the kill on Desnide. Okay, he's going to press the incendiary button, and he's offering a lot of Lancer fire. Now, if you take a look at the map right now, all of New Goons are moving as a unit with the boom shot and exploit. He uses one shot. He was unable to take out the opponent, but he's going to stay safe. He's going to pocket the boom shot for now, and he's going to play extremely slow. There's no need to rush and risk that weapon. You have the strongest weapon on the game. This is up to you to take advantage of it. Yes, here he goes. He takes out Chaos with the second shot. No more booms left on the map. Oh, who is this? Cardia got up. He's trying to make a move. He was able to down Exploits, but Exploits lucky enough to have a teammate right by him for the revive.
All right, so now let's see. we look at the score. It's a 60-point lead for Latam Kings. But now, you got New Goons. They're going to get their first kills on the board. It's going to be the D hill and the E hill. Boom shot has probably a little bit under a minute for respawn. So, folks, you know, the boom shot respawn timer is every 2 minutes. So as you start itching down to that 30-second mark, that 20-second mark, you should have players in position already to pick it up and defend for it. And, you know, we kind of see the teams who keep good times on these weapons, keep track of them, are usually the dominant teams, because sometimes you're in a situation where you don't have to push a fight. It's like, yo, boom shot's up in 10 seconds. Let's grab the boom, get 2 free booms, and let's go in and let's end the game. So currently it's looking like New Goons has that set up. They got this this Latam King squad kind of funneled over towards Incinerary, and they're getting super aggressive on it, but this is actually a fight where they don't have to be too aggressive. They could have kept them, you know, just keep them over there occupied if you really want to, but they're getting the kills in their favor, and they're fighting for this neutral hill as well.
Yeah, Blaze, I have a question. When you look at this game, especially as a new viewer or an up-and-coming amateur player, even as a casual player that just wants to get better. So off of initial, if you have boom shot down, yes, we're going to have a strat to pick that up, but later on in the game, is it more important to just keep playing for hills or to reset for that boom shot? Is there a trade-off for that?
It's all situational, Bell, and the reason why it's all situational is because this game can turn currently in 20 seconds. Okay. You can get a wipe and we'll have a domination and it'll be over. So, you know, usually after you pick up those first initial power weapons, depending on what the respawn timers is and how big the map is, we may not see a second set of power weapons spawning up, you know? It's a situational thing, but when you find yourself in a spot where you're like, hey, we have position, we get 2 more boom shots, we can close this map out, then go for it. But if you're in a position where you can just end it with a domination, go for it. You gotta just take the best path to success. And an escalation is always changing. Okay, so Crack has a boom shot. He was in a 1v1 scenario where he could have gotten an easy free kill, but instead, he actually rotated to the other side of the map where his teammates are currently in a huge team fight to use the power weapon to his advantage, where he was able to take out Sleeper. Oh, Chaos was able to take out Crack, but here we go, Chaos with the meat shield in the 1v1. Info, standing still, with disrespect, able to take out Chaos even though he had a meat shield, and this round goes to Latam Kings. Yeah, and the thing is, what New Goons kind of failed in that round was control room control, right? Getting up in that control room and making sure that Latam Kings does not have good position on that button. We've seen several times where they pushed in and kind of fight for control of that incinerator, and they just couldn't do it because the simple fact is that, hey, you know, they got the button. We win a fight, they press the button. That gives it, what, 10 to 15 more seconds to these guys to respawn and get in position and take this hill. So in the first half of the game, a lot of these guys wasn't really kind of focusing on control room as much, but we're going to see New Goons. They're going to get that sniper back up top, boom down low. Crack's going to have his 1v1 versus Designite. He wins it, he gets button control as well. We'll see if with these 2 weapons, can give New Goons some hope to come back. Crack. Here we go, looking for his 22nd kill in this 1v1. This initial is going to be extremely crucial because with Latam Kings going for round point and Crack was taken up by Dezo, not only that, but the sniper rifle is available up top of control tower. Designite using his Lancer, acknowledging the situation to where, okay, the power weapon is there, but let me put in the most damage as possible with this weapon. So with the sniper rifle in his hands, he's looking to make huge plays for this team. You know, if Designite had lost that 1v1 up top, I would have kind of felt bad. Because, you know, after I told him I was kind of cooking him in the King of the Hill before the show started, you know, after he realized it was me, you know, his gameplay, you know, he's riding the bottom of the leaderboard with like 7 kills. You know? To him, man? I was just shooting my gun, you know. Sometimes I get to shoot my gun in gears. Just because you a caster, you know what I'm saying? People sleep on you? Is that what you're saying? Man, yeah, I would have been on top 14 if I showed up this game. And I say that confidently. Optic Blaze incoming. Based off of how much I've watched, based off the improvement I've seen on teams between 2 seasons, based off on how this game is played, I'm just like, okay. You know, it's a you know, a lot of skill is involved, but smarts, vibes, communication, you know. This is it. Chaos. He played that extremely well. Rather than waiting for both boom shots, he was able to get the first kill. Oh, the boom shot was pocketed, so that is not available for New Goons. But he was able to wait for his teammates to come, even though he was in a 1v2 situation, to fight for this domination. Yes, the New Goons are coming back up. The fight is not over yet with the 2-0 hill advantage.
looking pretty good for Latam Kings.
Yeah, he lost his teammate in that one. Couldn't connect with that last one. Dezo's going to back up.
Okay.
He connects with the body shot on Carmine, but now he knows there's 3 people, and he's like, all right, now back up to his teammate. Give the man advantage, but this is what you do with snipes, and that's perfect. He played it great. New snipe's going to come up and crack. That's going to mean that 30 seconds, new boom shot's going to be up as well. But you got snipe. You run, you turn around, you take shots, you know?
Yeah.
That's the perfect time to hit a reaction shot, you know? You run, take a shot. Boom, you run, take a shot. You connect with a body shot, you turn the tide of that fight back in your favor. Cardia with the secret man, but it's not a secret anymore. And he's going to start to scurry away and regroup with the team.
Pull out the scope, Dezo. Give us another headshot. I actually thought Dezo was going to die. I mean, he had 3 guys, you know, going for the kill, but the fact was they knew he had a weapon that could completely end them if they stopped the lens. So with his one teammate coming up to help him out, he was able to get away free. Like I said, high IQ play for this roster. I'm clearly a fan. So with the score 185-70, Latam Kings, so they're looking to close this out.
They got the shot. Boom's on the ground. Adverse gets 2 kills in that one. Boom shot still not picked up again, but it doesn't matter. Latam King is going to end this one, folks. It's going to be 7-2 in favor of the Kings.
I mean, it was way closer than it looks.
I will say that. You know, I feel like we got to these. You know, I feel like we played these 9 rounds out, you know, kind of quick in a sense.
This was a really fast map.
For whatever reason it was, and I'm not complaining.
No.
But, you know, they came out with a lot of fire. But so a few things we saw. We saw the control room control early on.
Yes.
You know, it was pretty much, it was negated. It was like, hey, we're not going to really fight for it. We didn't see power weapons up there to round 5, so a lot of the tension focused on top of that down low fight, on top of that neutral hill, and everybody just kind of stayed low. But in the second half, we saw that the team who can actually control it to a good amount actually started to win more of these rounds. And even on some of the rounds in which we saw New Goons having control, we saw Crack kind of make some plays
Crack
with
was
it.
disgusting. Shout out to Crack.
He really was, but you can't be a one-man army, right?
You can't. It's a team effort.
It is a team effort.
Yes.
And we saw the Kings of Latam, you know, come out and they take map number 1, and that was their map pick. And map number 2 is going to be Dam, which is going to be New Goons' map pick.
Yes, and with a name like Latam Kings, you expect nothing but dominance. Some congratulations on that 7-2 win on the first map. But Blaze, this is a series we're looking forward to. So the question is, can Latam Kings keep up with the consistency of that fire that they showed in map 1? We'll know soon after this short video about Latam Kings.
The key for victory for us is like we need to have a good attitude. Yeah, we play on fire because we have Monkeys now. He's a really good player. He's the best player in Mexico. The fans in Mexico are like, they do so much support for us. Like they always saying on Twitter like, hey, Desona, you're the best, you can do this. And this is awesome for me because they bring me the energy and I feel good because of that. Yeah, I'm so confident right now. I know and we know we can win. We are here just for win.
There's a point that Dezo brought up. He says when people say, Dezo, you're the best, he says that fires him up. A lot of people, you know, I wouldn't say they're ashamed of being fans, but listen, if you like a team, root for them because you never know what that does for your favorite team in the game.
I think I was their biggest fan last year.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly enough. I love watching them play. You know, even watching Identis on that team when he was on a roster.
Oh, they were so
the
fun.
roster was just super electric all across the board. And Dezo said he opened up that piece with, you know, one important phrase. He just says, hey, we got to stay positive.
Yeah.
We got to stay positive. We got to, you know, keep our energy up, stay focused. And, you know, they got a great coach for that, too.
Yeah.
And so, and
Demise.
Yeah, exactly. Demise, yeah. And Demise is their coach. And they got a great coach for that because Demise, he brings the energy. He keeps them focused. He keeps them locked in. Demise, on top of Monkeys, is one of the huge reasons of why this team was so successful in Vegas. And, folks, their run isn't going to stop. You know, usually we've seen this team, you know, place at the top. Second was their highest placing, and that was at Paris, and they fall off, and they were back to those top 12 placings or whatever. Yeah. But I don't see it happening. I don't see Ronin going into New Orleans and getting top 12.
I would be shocked.
I'd be super shocked.
Seriously.
I think for them, I can at least guarantee a top 6 placing.
Oh, hands down. But I mean, enough about Latam Kings. New goons, from what we saw with exploits and crack. I say keep doing what works for you. Put out those power weapons like sniper rifle. Get into those team fights. We were able to start off on those initials and win, because when they were able to do that, they were the better team. I don't know what happened mid-map, but things started to fizzle off. The flame went away. If they're able to keep up that type of intensity, I could see an upset map too.
Yeah, I agree. This is going to be their map. And the main way for them to kind of focus on and bring that intensity, well, first off, they got to come out here and win their team fights, and they got to go in there with a great attitude.
Come out swinging.
I want to see the platform fight early on.
You have to see that. You have to.
Get down to the nitty-gritty. Any of these teams lose round number 1, let's get a boom shot in that pit, and let's start playing some real damn.
Yeah.
And, for me, and we kind of talked about it earlier before Fight Night started, is that I feel like every map that has a boom shot down, anytime a boom shot is played, we get some of the most exciting gameplay. Some of the best gameplay. Why? Because now these teams got structure.
Yeah.
Now they got something to fight for. Now they got purpose. All right? Now their move is simpler for them. Oh, I know that was a lion up there on the top. I just peeped that out. It was like a lion on top of the dam. That's pretty cool,
Ain't that your spirit?
Yeah, that's my spirit animal.
There you go.
I didn't realize that. See, I'm still learning new things about the game.
All right.
But Bill, just to say, when those big power weapons on the map, these teams have structure, they have more strategy, and they have higher chances of coming out and winning these rounds as well. It just does nothing but good. So that's why I want to see that fight as soon as possible.
All right, here we go with the points tied up. We're now going to see a 2-1 hill advantage for New Goons. And speaking of New Goons, Crack once again with the first blood against Latam Kings, making a statement as always. Latam Kings, they fought back. They were able to take out 3 members of New Goons. But New Goons, they're here. They're fighting back. These guys are not letting off the gas. But I like to see Advert with a double kill on Imbo and Crack. We're going to see if he can go ahead and pick up a third. Yes, he was able to clean up on Cardia. So, once again, New Goons, they start off extremely hot, but Latin American Kings showing their veteran presence and high IQ. They're able to come back from behind and make it a game that's worth winning.
All right, so at this point, New Goons, they're getting forced out of this neutral hill. You're going to see 4 members of Latam Kings in their setup. And New Goons, they're stacking these small stairs. But what they got to realize, and they know this is a small choke point for you to kind of run through. It's not the most ideal fight in the world to kind of try to stack and fight. I would have left 1 player in this position, maybe 2, and I would have had the rest of my players start pushing through mid-map. Why? You need to spread out this team. You coming through that one little small area, Latam Kings, they just like, hey, they're here. Get them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's take them out. They all coming this way. We know where they all are. You got to spread these boys out and force them to break their own setup.
I mean, that was beautifully put, Blaze. When you play Gears of War, most games in general, you get this tunnel vision where, you're forced to just go straight into that one objective. Most teams, they don't think outside of the box, and that's what Latam Kings did map 1, and that's why they were so successful. So here we go. Latam Kings coming up on the domination. 2 hills already capped. They're fighting for the New Goons C Hill, which is their home hill, with Adverse taking out Cardia. Blaze. Now, round 1 goes to Latam Kings.
Yep, you're gonna go there, and they controlled that map fully. They want to open it. They want to open in initials. They waited for New Goons to spawn up off those 10-second respawns. They flayed them out one more time. They ended the game, and this is where you got to really spread the map out. I say you go for it. You spread the map out. Come on,
do it. You want to.
They want to go for secondaries. You want to block that, or you want to put what you want. Secondaries are so.
That's what I like about them.
Secondaries are so strong where I'm not mad when I see teams make these.
Blocked it.
I'm okay with that. Sleaford, he's one of those players, and when you got a player on your team like that who's just so deadly with the secondary weapons, you go for that. It's okay. You go for that, and you block it or you put down what you want. And they don't want no weapons there, because Latam Kings, that's one of the tools in their arsenal. Put Marxus down, let him go around and just tag everybody up, and then it feels like you're playing 6v5.
Yeah. Speaking of an X factor, Cardi, I believe, 8 kills, 0 deaths so far in the first round. The guy is consistent. He's playing each life with a purpose. I believe it was.
Cardia?
It was Cardia or adverse?
Okay, probably adverse.
I think adverse.
Yeah, adverse.
It was adverse. Excuse me, it was adverse. I apologize. He just died for the first time in the second round, but, you know, utilizing each life to, you know, the max and just not dying, staying alive for your teammates, that's important. So here we go, 3 down for Latam Kings, 4 down against 2. This is really time for new guys to go ahead and take advantage. I mean, you see Cardia capping the B hill. These guys are going to have to push over to the other side of the map to get the C hill.
So let's all pay attention on how Latam Kings chooses to break this hill. All right, so we saw Nuke was in a situation beforehand, and they stacked up. And this time, Latam Kings, they're like, all right, y'all got the neutral here. That's okay. Let's spread out. Yeah. Now, this is a good rotation by Cardia because he saw it was coming. He says, yo, let me get out wide and stop you from coming behind us. But it took him out to fight. And it's giving, currently, the Kings a better opportunity. Having a 2v2 fight on top of the neutral hill is a little bit easier than having a 4v4 fight where you're forced to kind of come through one choke point.
I agree. You know, Cardia trying to make the most of a 2v1 disadvantage. He was able to take out Chaos. He tried to run away, but he was finished by Adverse. Adverse, the guy who has been on absolute fire as of late. 10 kills, 2 downs, only 24 seconds dead, less than a minute. He is going to look forward to making a move for his team out being just a pest in the New Zealand stuff.
All right, so we're going to see on this neutral hill. Adverse is the first line of defense. He's in a 1v3 pretty much on that side. And he was the only person here. Actually, he had one more
Chaos.
But Chaos knew that, you know, based off his position, it probably wasn't no win in that fight.
Yeah.
So Chaos is looking to try to rotate over there towards the platform and reach the Detonite. And you see the pressure on the home hills as well. So Nukem, they're trying to make a decision. Hey, we got people fighting on our home hill. Their hill, you know, we only got one hill in our control. What should we do? And so they're going to double back to their home hill. So during this time, the B hill is wide open.
Yes.
And we're going to see Latam Kings. And now they're going to choose to rotate in and lock that down for themselves. And so that's the importance of still controlling platforms and still pushing off on that other end of the map, because you force these teams to not fortify and you make this so much easier on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, that's veterans' presence. That's why they're ahead of the rest. These guys, they're able to acknowledge where every player was on the map, knew that that B hill was up for taking. That's why these guys got top 3 in Vegas. Can't say enough about them. But with the timer running out, 200 to 172 is looking like Latam King is going to run away with this, Blaze. Here we go. 2-0.
All right.
That came fast.
So if New Zealand doesn't like put a boom on pit or something,
it's over.
Just because the fact is that you haven't been winning this fight up top.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you hit 2
I don't
good
like
rounds.
the rotations.
Yeah, you hit 2 good rounds. These guys aren't keeping, you know, control over platform as much. We saw Cardia kind of do it 1 round, but still, the rest of the team, as these players are spawning up, they need to be hit the LB and say, okay, we got a few people, you know, watching pumping station, watching that neutral hill. Let me check platform. Let me check pit to make sure that, you know, nobody's trying to push through and just go aggro on top of our home hill. Yeah. But, well, incense, okay, something, right? Because if you lose the open initial and the team fortify, you got a power weapon to work with.
I don't agree with it.
I don't either. I
feel like incense is a short-term, you know, solution to a long-term problem. These guys, you know, playing isn't their problem. It has to do with rotations and ending the game fast while they have the number advantage. If they put down a huge power weapon, they do extremely well on initial. You know, that could give them a chance to put away the game. On a map like Dam, we see shorter rounds because
I'm at the point where I just want the boom on every map.
It would be nice.
I just want the boom on every map.
Right.
You know? But, you know, hey, we'll see. And we're going to have Adverse come through. He just had kill on exploit. And now, looking to push through. Got his teammate with him as well. They're going to find involving the former teammate. He goes down. That's going to be 2 members down from New Goons. Chaos with the aggro. He's going to flank this guy.
He had no idea.
And somehow Adverse did not kill his teammate in that process, which I thought he was. But the pressure comes through, and Latam King takes this round with ease, folks.
Blaze, you always preach about, you know, the buddy system. That's the work. It was, I believe, Adverse and Chaos.
Yeah.
They went through the map together, was, you know, picking up kills left and right. Even came to a time where Crack didn't even see Chaos coming up behind him on the flank.
He saw him. I think he was just so committed.
If he saw him, then
I think he was committed to the Lantern. He was like, yo, I got a lot, and rightfully so. Adverse is very weak. he was just like, yo, he's got to go down, he's got to go down, he's got to go down. But if he didn't see him, then yeah, that's an issue. But he could have easily, you know, turned on Chaos and just tried to hit him with a back ace from around that corner. But he probably was already dead. Chaos had right hand, easily curved that shot. It's a difficult position to be in.
I pretty much agree. But hey, we got your wish. Boom shot down in the pits. We're going to see a huge team fight right here with the Incense over at platform and the Boom at pit. This is the game file second forward. See the X-Boys coming off extremely aggressive. Crack able to get the first blood, taking out Chaos. But here we go. Latin American Kings with 3 straight kills, 4 straight kills, and the Incense picked up. It is all down to Invo. Last one alive, boom shot is picked up by Latam, and here we go. This is where we're going to see the push for the domination.
Yeah. Overhead map, please. Since we have 5 down, we got 1-1. Boom, stacking on home kills. Okay.
Here we go.
He gets 1 kill, got 1 more in the chamber. Gets 2 kills, got a teammate help him. Trying to juke this last guy out. Doesn't even matter.
Nope.
4 rounds on the board. Now, guys out there. So for new goons, when they come back and rewatch this, and also everybody else who's watching the stream, in your respective region, force your opponents to play their best maps.
Yes.
Let them run their best strategy, and you mirror it. You mirror it.
There's some
you know what I'm saying?
Pay attention.
Just let them run their best stuff.
Go ahead.
And you go match them. If they send 2 players to pit, you send 2 players to pit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They send 2 to plat, you send 2 to plat.
I like
that.
that.
1v1, you do it. And you watch their rotations. You find the openings. Next thing you know, 2 rounds in, like, yo, fam, if you come this way, you hit this angle, he goes down, we win this round. Like,
there we go.
Take your opponent's strats and make them better.
This knowledge doesn't come free all the time, y'all. Pay attention now.
You know, take the sauce and put your special seasoning in, okay? Make it
like
your own.
All right, and here we go. We're kicking things off in round 5. Monkeys with the first blood, able to take out Invo of Latin American Kings. You know, 4 kills off the bat. Crack. Last one alive. He is currently down. And here we go with the disrespected Y button coming from Monkeys.
And folks, the reason why I say it is that because when the best teams start running these strats on land and they hit you with it, and next thing you know, you're looking like Mr. Krabs, you're like, man, I wish we would have had more reps against that. Or, hey, you know, next time we play, we know what to do.
But you're right, though.
But you
they're
could be
the
getting
best
all,
for a reason.
You get those reps in online as soon as possible. Get those strats in the book.
Yeah.
I just want to, you know, me when I was competing, I just wanted to play the best at all times. I wanted the best at their best. Why? Because I wanted to get my butt whooped up and down, all online, every single match.
And it happened, y'all. Trust me, it happened.
And it made me better because of it. You know, that's the only way that you're going to get better.
Yeah.
You trying to avoid something, it's not a good look. You trying to avoid it is not going to help you beat it.
You're talking to somebody who literally grinded from the bottom until he made pro.
Like that's literally like
this is true.
That's literally like walking in the room, farting and spraying for breeze. You're like, it'll be alright. It'll be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. Here we go.
Like, we just cover it up. We just try to avoid it. You know, we're not gonna clean it. You know.
Right.
We're just gonna avoid the whole situation. No.
It's like, come on, you're gonna have to mimic and then learn to beat it.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. But we're gonna see him flip this time around. New goons.
Yeah, they got 1 round. Okay, whatever. But, you know, but also at the same time, just to even kind of go on board with it.
Yeah.
It's just that you know, like you know, you try to avoid the situation. You know, it's not really gonna be working out for you, but this is gonna be the only way that you guys get better at home. And I had one more point I was gonna make, but I forgot it.
It's gonna come back to me.
It's gonna come back to me.
See, Blaze is getting old. He's starting to forget a little bit.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it is. You know, it happens at an old.
No,
age,
you're on point for a second though. I mean, it means something. I like the counter strat. In order to do that against the top teams, you're gonna have to look at how they do things, watch film, mimic them, and then when you mimic them, you guys match up. Then you're gonna see another point to where somebody can get the flank, or just another weapon placement you can make in order to counter their strat. That's how these teams.
That's how we all did it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be confused and get into land on some stuff that I've never seen before. You know?
Right.
I wanted to know everything, and I was gonna take it and make it my own. Shoot, it's just as simple as that. That's just how it works. You know? And some teams say, oh, we try to avoid strats and we try to avoid different that. You know, this game is more, after opening initials, it's not like execution. After opening initials, it's all about awareness and communications and transitions, you know? If it was execution, then yeah, sometimes there's some strats that you don't want people to see because you know it's a that good, you know? And if you do it too many times, oh, that's what I was going to say. A lot of people, when it comes down to that conflict and losing rounds online, some teams don't know how to lose rounds online. You know, some teams, they can't lose. They can't lose at all. They just that much perfectionist, which is sad and good at the same time. But it's like you got to know how to take a loss and get better from it, right?
I agree.
And from a lot of teams, their fear of losing in online 2Ks or losing rounds or trying things and it's not working out, and then it's going to affect your team chemistry and your team morale, that needs to go. The whole team needs to understand what's going down. Okay, we're going to run this strat. Why? Because we want them to do this. Why? Because we want to see how we can counter. Right? Yeah. Go in there with the game plan. Go in knowing that you're going to lose some rounds.
Okay, so there was a coach who Drag Dominant back in UE, and you know what he did? He actually took down, mashed up different strats and the percentages that they won. So it's just, you know, just countering your opponent, learning what they do, and just overall getting better at the game.
So some teams have got the fear of losing so much where it just hinders them, right?
You can't take an L and break up and get mad.
Even online, they're so scared to lose where they can't get better because they don't want to try nothing new. Say it one more time so you guys at home.
How are diamonds made?
Through pressure. Okay? Through pressure. All right? And there's a lot of cubic zirconians out there. You know? It's it's a lot of them. It's a lot of fakers, you know? You guys really need to learn how to lose.
I see the boys tonight here.
Learn how to practice.
But you know, like Blaze said, you know, even in these 2K finals, you can't take these L's to heart because at the end of the day, what makes these top teams better is that they look at why they lose. They communicate as a team to get better.
They're losing being afraid to lose.
You can't point the finger.
They already lost.
Right. I mean, this new Goose roster, I mean, even though they're down 1-5, they're not giving up. These guys are fighting.
And also, we're not specifically talking about just new goons. I'm talking to a lot of you guys out there. And I like to call y'all out. I'm talking to a lot of y'all. You can't be afraid to lose because at that point you lost the battle.
Right.
And we're going to see, you see by the points, Latam King, we're going to get this next one on the board and go up towards match point.
Yeah, this is a team I would love to see stick together and take some of your advice, some of the knowledge you're spending. Because when you look at this matchup so far, even though it's now 6-1, New Goons put up a hell of a fight.
You know, between all the fight nights and between all the tournaments, and, us casting, we are, we're a cheat sheet at times. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you guys know what y'all need to do.
The game is free.
The intel is free.
It's out there.
It's there. It just depends on when you go scrim. If you're like, man, you know what? Let's try something new tonight. Let's try. Let's go in it.
Get a little loose for once.
Let's make sure. But also, most importantly, too, you need to make sure the team's mindset is right.
Oh, yeah.
If the team's mindset is right, if not everybody's on a clear page and it's not a clear consensus of what's going down and what's happening in practice, it's going to be that one guy who just feels out of place because y'all giving y'all butt kicks. And that's the one guy who's going to snake you because he's not involved when you're in the King of the Hills going strat. He's silent, right?
Right.
That's the one guy that's going to be like, you know what? I'm leaving the first chance I get anyway.
Right.
So next time y'all going over strats, look for that guy.
Always.
Like, yo, why you so quiet?
Damn, why you showing them the way?
You know what I'm saying?
Why you showing them the way?
Why we talking about something that's going down bottom barn and you wall bouncing up top and bowl?
If you ain't with your pistol running around the map with us.
and then he says a comment, I see y'all. How you see us? Top bowl to bottom barn as we're going over top. I see y'all. I'm there.
I'm marching. All right, so here we go. Oh, map point for Latam King, series point for him. All they need is one more round, and they had a really good initial round. They got boom shot. Map control is in their hands. Chaos in the important 1v1 where he won. So this is all down to Latam King cleaning up these last 2 kills, getting this domination.
Yep, and they got 2 hills in their favor. They're eyeing the home hill of New Goons.
Ooh. Whoa! How we got away like that? Crack. Why you so nasty?
Like, for him to slide into that wall.
That was slick.
I like Crack, get around the corner the way he did.
Right.
After taking a point blank, and I'm just like, okay, that was weird, guys.
My man got the sauce. He got the sauce. Alright, so Dezo caught him between Lance Fire and the smoke grenade. He was able to get away safely. But here we go. Latam King not rushing for the triple cap, but slowly but surely trying to take control of this platform, which is taken over by Exploit. So Exploit caught up in the flank. He's with Crack against Monkeys. Can they get the kill? They cannot allow Monkeys to get the kill. Yo, Monkeys is taken out. And here we go, another 2v1 scenario. Chaos also taken out with the trade. He was able to take Crack out with him. So, Latam King slowly winning this 132 tonight.
All right. So, we'll see. How does New Goons want to get back into this one? Folks, they do have the 2 caps in their favor. They got some control of rule. Involving. He's looking for an angle. He's watching. Okay, I like it. Because now you got to force this guy to look at you, and also you're turning your back to the platform. But he didn't have anybody else from his team to kind of help him on this end of the platform. But his teammates are picking up the kills that he's needed, and most importantly, involving staying alive. And now he's going to, at first I thought he was going to get super aggressive and overstay to the home hill and force that guy to chase him, which I thought would have been a great play. But once again, you got to give some man some love. It's BG.
Oh.
It's BG.
Don't do it to him. All right, teammate came up and cleaned up the kill involving. Teammate of the year, able to help out BG. Here they go. They're going to try to go for a triple cap for themselves. There we go. No, okay. So they're at a point where they have to go for triple cap right now. They can make the upset that, you know, bring the game is 2-6, but it all starts here.
Yeah, they're going to get a few of these kills. That's 3 kills. That's 4
right,
kills. That's
like
5. That's a lot. That's locked in, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, once again.
5 seconds away from seeing Optic Gaming. I'm excited.
Yo, right?
I'm excited.
Optic Gaming versus Ghost Pickup.
This was actually a really good series. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah, it was. It was a quick series, but it was still,
but
good for the most part.
You saw a lot from it, though.
Yeah, that's true. We saw a lot from New Goons, but most importantly, we saw the star of the team was Crack.
Oh,
we see, he was the star of the team. We saw him make some plays, but also exploits in that first map. He was right behind them. Both those guys, I would say together, had about 40 kills in 9 rounds or so.
Disgusting.
And they were they were trying to get it done, but they just could not get it done collectively as a unit. And we see the Latam Kings, and named rightfully so. Once again, they take another 2K back home to the books.
Yes, and coming up soon, Blaze, we have some juicy info coming up with some roster changes heading into New Orleans. Also, we're going to take a look at Solar's, his first 2K finals with Optic Gaming here in Gears 4. Guys, that will all come up soon after this short commercial break.
strength and all the time you put into it goes into this event.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Splice do it, and they do it in style. Make his day. They are focused, and they are on another level.
The neutral at 209. Are you serious? Are you serious? I love it every single time I hear being in that background. That's like one of the best voice lines like we got, and it's so good. That was such a great event.
It's the best, but guys, listen. The next Gears Pro Circuit event will be in New Orleans. Make sure you copy a ticket now, July 13th through the 15th. Listen, tickets won't be there forever. Not only will Gears of War be there, but also one of my first loves, Halo.
Woo! Yeah,
Halo.
same here.
Hey, you know what I love about that event?
Yeah.
The fact that we have both Halo and Gears of War. Somebody deserves a pie in the face.
Why?
Golden Boy.
Oh,
Golden Boy.
What do you do?
He made the bet that Optic, if they lose, lift.
Oh yeah. That's true. So we still got to get him
on stream.
So you want to throw the pie on his face on stream
at the end of the
But it depends. Golden Boy is very prominent in Halo and Gears, so it depends. True. Whatever side he's casting on, he can definitely get a pie in the face.
That'll be dope.
I will happily do it. All right, just so you know, G. All right,
it'd be better if you do it because he'll fight me. No one's gonna fight you.
No, Golden Boy would just end my career with one tweet. Like, you know what, this guy Blaze, dude, he just needs to go.
I'm so excited. Yeah, but once again, I'm your host Belly. We're here with Blaze once more. But guys, roster mania has been absolutely crazy lately. One of the latest changes, there was a trade between two teams. Optic Gaming, they were looking for a 4th and a 5th player. They found their 4th.
And, so we'll say on fight night, Solars, congratulations. Welcome back home with your boys, with explosives and mental. So, folks, Solars going back. It's a big deal. Why? This is where he all started, especially with his career. It was him. It was explosives. It was mental. It was lava. It was that squad back in doing Gears UE. Also, at the same time, grinding Gears 3, and till they changed, they went on a dynasty. He's never been able to get back until now. So, with that chemistry on that squad and with all that talent, we're curious to see what type of Optic Gaming team are we going to see going into NOLA, who's their 5th going to be. But if it's one thing, without a doubt, we know that Solars is definitely going to bring a lot to this team.
Yes, on the other end of that trade, we actually have Red Icy leaving Optic Gaming, going to Echo Fox. Now, Blaze, when you look at Echo Fox, with this new roster now, Empowers, Kenny Bounce, and Red Icy from Optic Gaming. All right, we're looking at a team that took 2 champions now. Mm-hmm. They've been top 2 for the longest, and the fact that they have champions on that roster and somebody as good as Icy, in my opinion, I mean, top 2 in the game, we might be looking at a new powerhouse in Gears of War next to Optic Gaming.
And yeah, you know what, Vale? Just to kind of give my thoughts on it, I do agree that it's gonna be a powerhouse roster. Echo Fox had announced their roster with God Plays Power and Kenny being added to it, Solar's Praise and Toy being off of it. And so, but once Icy became free, and Icy stated on Twitter, he says, "I just want you guys to know that I left Optic, and Optic didn't get rid of me. That I bounced, and because I chose that this was the best decision for me, and this is where I wanted to be." So that means that Icy felt like, on his team, he was just like, you know what? I just need to go. Regardless of whatever it is. And we talked about beforehand on how, Optic will, just hate to lose Icy, but he felt like on Echo Fox, he had the best chance, reunited with his teammate Kenny, also being on there with Powers, new and upcoming talent, also being back with Kyle and Fran as well. Yeah. But I will say that, and they tweeted out, the last time Kyle, Kenny, and Icy was on a team together in UE was the event that Solars did not show up.
Yes. And they lost to Ashes.
And they lost to Ashes. They lost to the coach.
Optic.
Ashes had to play on Optic, and they lost to the coach the last time the 3 of them was together. Yeah. But hopefully, after that never happens again.
Hope not.
But we'll see.
I'm going to call it now. All right, we're going to see Echo Fox and Optic once again in the winners finals. New Orleans. That's just my prediction, my guess. But also, the very latest roster change. United. No one saw this coming.
I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming. I'm Intel Bell.
Yeah.
They replaced Chirpy with Pale.
Yeah. And so, yeah, they got rid of Pale. My fault. Sorry, they got rid of Jerpy off this roster. And inside the community is questions. It's like, was this the right move? And in one of these fight nights, I stated that I felt like it was going to be like a 99.8% chance that E United made any roster change, and they should actually stick with their roster.
Yes.
But them getting rid of Jerpy and picking up Pale, I'm assuming that in their mind, they said, hey, let's bring some more slaying power to the team. You know, the Optic roster is, you know, frightening a lot of teams.
Yeah.
So even if you won an event, even if you're doing good, it's still forcing teams to make these changes to kind of contend with that. But for E United, I don't know if that was good, because E United, the most important thing about them and their success was their teamwork.
Their chemistry.
Their chemistry as well.
Great.
But, you know, I guess if you're in a 2K,
Yeah.
and this is something that's funny because I've seen it for 10 years, okay?
Go ahead.
Teams that lose to pickup teams. Full rosters that
All
lose,
the time they break
full
up.
rosters that lose to pickup teams has to be one of the most demoralizing things that I've seen in gaming, because I've seen so many changes happen, because it's like, why did we just lose to these guys? And
That
they had a
happened to
pickup.
me.
And
I got
the
replaced.
reason why this Optic team is we're about to cast them is because
Yeah.
they beat E United with Jerpy on the team. So I'm assuming that last 2K, currently this 2K instance, was the deciding point that, man, we just lost to these guys with a +1, and we've been playing every 2K. We've been winning, we've been grinding, and now that we got only 4/5 of Optic put together,
Optic,
and we're still losing. So that's why they wanted to make the change to bring some new blood into the team. If I was still playing, I wouldn't play a single pickup team. If I had to,
no. At this point,
bro, I'd be looking at the 2Ks like, all right, who's playing? Oh, we're gonna take a forfeit in round. Yeah.
Even if you go get the pickup team,
we aren't
still
gonna play the
to win, but
semifinals.
just don't take it to heart, okay?
You can't take it to heart, but a lot of these guys, of course you're going to go into it and take it to heart. If you got your full team, you're going in there expecting to win these matches. You're going in there expect, okay, they don't get, you know, we say escalation takes so much teamwork, right? So if you got your full team, you should be able to go through and beat these guys. But sometimes the team with the +1, with the pickup squad, they got less to lose. They got less pressure, so they end up playing better because of those reasons.
All the time.
And teams just, they cannot handle that type of defeat. And I understand it. I would be furious too.
Oh, big time. Before we head into this game, I really want to see Optic play, by the way. I just want to touch off about this E United roster change.
Yeah.
When we look at it, most of the time when the players replace, we always say, oh, maybe they weren't good enough. To me, it's questionable. When you look at a player like Jerpy, I mean, stand-up guy, you know, great personality, professional presence. This guy does not make a lot of mistakes.
He doesn't.
In my opinion, I feel like United lost out on a great anchor player. And it's going to be interesting to see how this team winds up in the future. But taking a look at our map bans and picks, first map will be Foundation, followed by Reclaim. And if we have to, Forge Blaze. If we're looking at 4/5 of a roster squad and 3/5 of a Ghost Gaming roster, do you think it's going to go that far?
They gave him Foundation. That's what Ghost wanted. Foundation and Forge Blitz is Ghost's most comfortable maps. We know this. But also Foundation for this pickup team. And then you got Reclaim as well. This whole map cycle is an easy one for both teams. But it could, you know, I'm expecting an Optic Gaming win. You know, that's just me. I'm expecting an Optic Gaming win in this one. And, you know, I'm excited for it. But also, I even want to, like, for Jerpy, I'm curious on what team he gets picked up by. Because, because Pale, his team was actually, I thought was going to be a super talented one. But Pale, you know, he gotta do what he gotta do, right? You gotta.
Congrats to Pale. You know, no hate.
You get a nice big org. That's awesome. But even like some players, you know, like Toy is just, you know, out there, you know, hanging dry where they didn't want him. Because we even started to, like, any player who has kind of been, like, slandered in a certain sense, you know, through, like, you know, certain parts of doing their career, a lot of these teams don't want to touch them. And it sucks because some of these guys get a lot of slander just because of the positions in which they're in. It's not favorable to them because because when these teams are especially being made early on, a lot of these guys are making teams because, we just need slaying power.
They don't really practice with it.
But still, just the way that they built it, the pieces, the formula wasn't technically a correct formula. I personally feel like in Season 1, a lot of these people wasn't using the correct formula. But DeFazio, Toy, Soda.
I'm gonna throw a name out there. I want to see Blast. I want to see Blast.
DeFazio, Toy, Soto, Blast, and Jerpy.
I think that'd be interesting.
It'd be a dope team. I
gotta see
who exactly they're playing with now. But I know Pale was on that roster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think Jerpy should go over there. I think that's the next best team that's available. And Jerpy is just that disgusting. Jerpy just needs to play with a chip on his shoulder and be like, word, you got rid of me? You got rid of me? But it's like, why did you get rid of me? You know what I'm saying?
No one knows.
I'm confused about it. Yeah, Jerpy, he is the one who says a lot of words, but he lets his gameplay speak up for that, right? He doesn't, and I love players like that. You don't got to be all talk every day.
No.
You ain't got to be, tweet over here. You just go do you. You be a good teammate. You communicate when you got to, and you hit your shots. And those are teammates that should be valued.
Yeah. Actually, I spoke with Echo Fox's coach Ryan last night, and Ryan said, we was having a talk. He said, Jerpy is one of the most annoying players out there. Eternity, he says Jerpy is like the best.
Yeah.
So Jerpy definitely has a fan base amongst, the pro coaches and players. So there's nothing wrong with him. I just want to see him bounce back. Just like how Kenny was replaced from Optic, and we wanted him to prosper and succeed.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Jerpy.
So
big time.
I'm missing one. Crash, Shock, Rezik. Who was the other person?
Lava.
Okay, yeah.
Lava.
Crash, Shock, Rezik, Lava. Oh. If you had to drop anyone else besides Jerpy. Ooh,
I feel like accountability has to step in, because the way I look at it, Jerpy is the quiet one on the team. He doesn't, say, negative things often about players. He keeps to himself. I feel like since he was the quiet one, it all came down to him. The rest of the players, they're all great individually, and they've only lost against top teams. I want to note that, so they're not bad.
Yeah.
But when it comes to saying, okay, a roster change has to be made, who are we going to replace? And you're looking at players like Lava, who's won championships, Shock, who was good enough to even play with Optic at a time.
True.
You gotta kind of like.
And then you got Crash, who was also playing with Optic back in those days with Solars and those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a hard decision, and with a hard decision like that, it's easy to point out the guy that doesn't talk much.
It is.
Because Jerpy isn't going to come and say, I don't think Lava's good.
Right.
We got to get rid of it. That's not Jerpy.
But at the same time, and when like when you know that the guy is like an actual good guy, like when you know he's a good guy, but you think about it like this, if I was teaming with Jerpy and I had to drop him, I think he's just such a nice guy where I might even just have to ghost him. I might have to. I'm scared of this conversation.
How do you make the call? Because he's not the problem. In my opinion, United, they're the best team in the game, but they're all shooting for each other because their chemistry is really unmatched. They remind me of Season 1 Echo Fox in a way, but better, because individually, I'm not going to say better.
Yeah.
It's just that when they all are going off, they're unbeatable. But when you look at Jerpy, he did the dirty work, man. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I do too, Vale, and I'm thinking in my head, was it because I love E-United for their teamwork, right? I love E-United for their teamwork, and we both got our intel on things that may happen.
Yeah.
But I think that the top four is
talk to me.
It's just I'm just curious on who I gotta watch Nola, guys. I'm sorry, I can't. I need to go home and sleep on it some more.
United fell out of the top four to me.
You think they did? That's
definitely
a strong possibility. But I will say though,
those gaming's still there, baby.
I will say that Pale and Jerpy, personality-wise, are pretty much the same person.
Playstyle-wise, completely different. What Jerpy provided for that team, no one was better at that. He was the MVP to me, hands down. But I mean, we're gonna kick this off on map 1. Guys at home, if you're watching, yes, it was 4v5. The 5th guy wasn't available, so they're going to continue. Whenever he shows up, they will continue with him. So here we go. Optic Gaming in the 2K finals for the first time. It seems like they're actually going to bring him in, but Blaze, how good is it to see Optic Gaming here again in the spotlight?
I think it's good.
It's only right.
But this is also the thing, okay?
Okay.
Because with a lot of spotlight comes a lot of responsibility.
I mean,
all right, hold on, and hear me out, okay? Because Optic making this power roster in which they got full of all these talented players.
Right.
The thing that's upsetting me is that everybody following the same formula.
Yes.
Because the same formula does not work for everybody. Yeah, they got super talented players. They got some of the best playmakers in the game. But that's because they're the 5 best, right?
Yeah.
You can't take the 6th best player, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th best player and put them on that same team, right?
Right.
And just go all skill for skill and think that's going to work.
You have to have your own play style.
No, right? Their roster works for them.
Yeah.
It works for those players, and it's a very unique situation. But everybody's saying, man, this is the formula in which we got to follow to start making our teams. Let's start making these changes because we need to try to go toe-to-toe with these guys, muscle for muscle. I'm not sure if that's the right play.
You can't do that against Optic.
And I think a lot of our top teams, besides Echo Fox, is going to learn an important lesson. Everybody's watching them. They're trying to mimic them, right?
Yeah.
But you just gotta give it to them and say, hey, these guys are just super talented. They understand the game in a certain way. You know, they're all talented multi-gamers, okay?
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, no matter if they're on a PC or on a console, they're gonna dominate at what they do because why? They're good gamers overall. That works for them, and that's because they got 5 of the 7 best players on their team. If you took the other 5 out of the top 10 and put them on the same team, they will not have the same success
at all
that Optic roster has. You need a better balance.
I mean, look at Ghost Gaming. A lot of people say that Ribs doesn't have the best gun skill in the game, but he just won the championship. So, I mean, it works for that team, man. Ribs, he was actually, important reason why they won. So you have to look at factors like that, but here we go. Taking a look at this Ghost Gaming pickup roster, I mean, it's a bit funny. I like Toady. I've seen Toady up close and personal in 1v1 tournaments. The guy can play, but when matched up with Rushy, Speedy, and Identim, this is really his time to shine. I'm going to see Force L's Terror start off in the first blood against God Plays. Blaze, here we go.
Oh, God Plays. He's changed his gamer tag. He's just spending a lot of money being super antsy.
That is GG?
Just spending. No, that's the Echo Fox. What you talking about? You know?
Echo.
Yeah, that's Echo God Plays. Yeah.
I was looking at the other side of the screen.
But yeah, on board here with Toddy, and he's going to end up getting that down. Oh, trying to get super aggressive. And so when it comes down to the players I'm watching, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm watching Toddy, I'm watching Force. I'm curious to see how they're going to play under this pressure, how they're going to play in their first 2K final on Fight Night. Being casted by your boy God Blaze Philly, coming at you guys live here on Foundation. Let's see.
All right, here we go. Optic starting off pretty strong right now with the 2-1 hill lead, even though they do have a disadvantage in points. Those points will catch up momentarily when you have players like Mint, Solar, and Explosives on your roster. I mean, you can come back from just about any deficit whatsoever.
All right, now, Rusty looking to push through. They're going to get this kill on God Blaze, and now they're taking some damage. Ooh, Mental and Solar is working together for the first time in a while. It's a beauty to see, but you see the pressure, you see the Lancer shots coming through, and now they're going to sit the players in to get aggressive, but the home hill is BNG capped. So I love it. You see these 2 players.
Look at this.
They're focused in a fight, and they actually got 3 players' attention where I thought the rest of the team started pushing top tables, which I was going to say, beautiful play, you know? Use the distraction wisely. But Speedy comes through and able to help these guys out, and they're able to break through and get a 2-cap in their favor.
It was Mental 1v2 with domination coming through for the Ghost Gaming pickup roster. Mental, the MVP of Season 1, tried to make a play. He was unable to.
Yeah, that last miss roll.
Ghost Gaming pickup wins round 1.
Yeah, we just gonna call him Ghost.
Ghost
is logo.
No, that was a little too long. I thought about that.
Yeah, we're not even gonna throw the pickup in there. No need for the tongue twister. You know?
All right. So I mean, Optic Gaming, if they lose this or if they win this, would this kind of shows a picture of what to expect in the future with whatever fit that they pick up? Because God Plays, he's not a bum.
He's not, but I don't think he's gonna be on his Optic roster. I don't think anybody is, folks. We're just gonna. We all assuming that praise is going to Optic, right? I think that's the entire community consensus. That's what they've shown us,
really patient with the pick up of the 5th player.
That's what they're hitting at. That's what we all assuming that's going to be the play. If not, praise is going to another top 3 team, okay? And we know it's not United. We know it ain't Echo Fox again, all right? Unless praise is going to Ghost Gaming.
He ain't going to London.
He's going somewhere, folks.
There's only one option,
right?
to be honest.
Hey. If praise, though, if he did go
to
Fable, that'd be a come up on a come up. Like, Fable, I don't know who you take off that team if he really did go to Fable. That team would be nasty.
Oh, do they have plantains in England? I don't think that'll be a destination.
I think he even has to take Hydro on the Phelpsy spot. And I like him, and I like Hydro and Phelpsy a lot. So
that would actually be a cute roster. I would like to see that.
Praise is bringing that energy. And I can't even say the words that he say on stream, but just imagine the communication of praise. Okay, and praise all at once.
Right. So God Plays, who was just on our screen, picked up a sweet double kill against Ghost Gaming. He's going to run away alive. He is going to save his life if he gets another headshot on Twitter. So here we go. 3 kills in a row. 4 kills in a row for God Plays. This guy is going off, recently dropped by Echo Fox. You kind of wonder, why? This guy, he can actually ball out. 7 kills in the second round so far. Ghost Gaming falling 1 by 1.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Icy wants to join your team. You let Icy join your team.
Listen, Icy comes knocking. You answer.
Listen,
you answer.
You answer, and you have a food basket waiting for him.
I would drop my mom for Red Icy on my team. Like, I don't care.
I would too. You gotta go. Okay, the team.
But that just shows the confidence that Echo Fox has dropping, such a player like God Plays and still keeping, a young phenom in Impact.
Yeah, that's true. And Powers, he is that rising star, and we'll see.
He's going to be the best.
He's going to have a big spotlight over his head in NOLA. He needs to, make sure not to let that get to him.
He's going to pull up.
The entire, the man between Prison and Ryan and the other vets in that team, they need to make sure that he's comfortable when he's on that main stage. That's going to be super important. But you see domination coming through, and there you go.
No, they've definitely done that. Ryan actually told me last night, he says, anybody that thinks that we should pick up Jerb or anyone else, like, what's your problem? Because this kid is 16 and he's getting 40 kills a map. He actually, we had a little laugh last night. Kyle was going off in the scrim. He's like, man, I have 40 kills. And he holds the back button, and Empowers has like 43. Like, just silently. Like, that's every day.
Like, damn, okay.
So, right. I mean, with these new rosters that we're looking at with, Optic, Echo, E-United, it's going to be New Orleans is going to be something like we have never seen before. It's almost like the whole Gears community got a reset.
Yeah, that's true. It's like the season it's like a mid-season reset, pretty much. Is what happened.
I love it.
And I think it's a beautiful thing because we get a new feel, we get a new vibe. All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see Identis picked up a double. Boom shot picked up as well, and that's gonna be a suicide. So one Boom's on the ground. He's going to have force. He's going to find it 1v1 on top of the B-hill. Summons. He's going to actually end up losing this engagement against Rushies. Rushies is going to cap up the hill first before he cleans up that kill. Knowing that he needs to be quick with it, but he chooses to get the kill. He noticed that his timing wasn't right. Here we go. Domination coming through. Can they get it? No, they cannot. A-hill will be protected by God Plays.
With the slip and slide, able to save the hill. That's what I like to see. So God Plays, and it looks like Explosives running in the 2v1 against Speedy. They have to clean up that kill. Once they do, they will be able to catch C-hill, but they backed up. The Speedy's teammates came over, to provide support.
And this is another one of those situations. And so we talked a little bit more about the map before, about how when full teams play rosters, they got to pick up, that they tend to lose and it never ends up well, right?
Right.
And then I said that, our roster doesn't have as much pressure on them. They just go fly. They do them, right?
Yeah.
They have a lot of confidence, and it kind of equals to their success. I feel like this is also something that we're seeing with this Ghost Gaming team, They have less members of their team than this Optic roster, right? So we're all saying, hey, Optic, to come out and really dominate this matchup, and they still have all the possibilities to do it, but so far it's been all Ghosts. And we'll see how that kind of progresses going forehand, because both these teams got subs. It's not their real roster, so win or lose, it's whatever.
For Ghost, though, you know why? When I look at Ghost Gaming, whenever they play 2K without Fatal Strike, they always get so far because it's just raw skill, individual skill. You team Rushies, Speedy, and Identis up with anybody that can shoot straight in Roadie runs, they're going to go off. They're going to get top 3 and whatever. But, with their complete roster, these guys are a force. So, looking at Toddy and Forcells, a.k.a. Terrence, I mean, this is a scary pickup team, man.
It really is. It is a scary pickup team, man. They're showing us their chemistry, especially in the first 2 rounds. So, folks, the game's starting to slow down. A-Hill's being decapped. God Plays has it on lock. But we're seeing a few players. It looks like they're waiting for the boom shot play. That's Ghost Gaming. They're saying, hey, let's get the boom shot. Let's forget about the hills. And there you go. Right off the weapon respawn time. Speedy got it. Quick. More players kind of throwing their bodies in front of Speedy so they can make sure he get out safe. And they do die, but Speedy gets a boom, and also, most importantly, Ghost Gaming still has a lead. Doubling back, want to secure the home hill, because the worst thing that can happen is the domination coming through. The rest of the team able to push up through mid-map, control the 2 captures. Speedy's going to position himself in between top tables so he can have a sight line on both home hills, and he picks up a triple.
Kill Speedy with the boom shot. One of the most improved players in the game, one of the best players in the game today. Rocking the Ghost Gaming skin, this guy, there's nothing he can't do on a map. Slaying, callouts, his general IQ of the game. Speedy is a force to be reckoned with. And when you team him up with somebody with the likes of Rushies, top 2 duos in the game.
That really is one of some. This is the top, you know. And then you got your trio when you bring Identivs in, you know.
And it's just not fair. And don't forget the captain. The captain isn't playing. Don't sleep on Sleepy.
You can't sleep on Sleepy.
You can't
man.
sleep on him.
You can't whatsoever. He's embedded himself in his team. You know, if Speedy got, I'm off, not Speedy, but if Sleepy got dropped, I'd literally just be dumbfounded.
I would.
And it's just like, why though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't.
Sleepy has proved that, yo, when it comes down to lane, I'm gonna, do what it takes. You know what? I'm so proud that he won that last event, because I think about Sleepy when his name was Blaze back in the day, and he was what was it, a Blazeman? No, that was his name. It was something. You know, back on.
You had to check him off the game for that.
Yo, back in Gears 1 GBs, you know, it took him 5 titles, but he got that win in. He got that win in.
All right, here we go. Almost a clean sweep. Summons the last one alive for Optic Gaming. Force L's picked up the boom shot. Here we go. Summons.
Little friendly fire.
Scenario taken out with the boom shot. Force L's with 1 boom left. They're going to look forward, taking map control.
Oh, there's another one. There's another one.
I like what I see from Toddy and Force L's.
Yeah.
I love it.
Less pressure on his GG.
And you know what's crazy? Okay, like Optic, they're using 4 out of 5 people. Ghost Gaming, they're using 3 out of 5 people. Who cares if it's a pickup or whatnot? You're doing this against Optic Gaming. We saw what explosives could do last week. Last time.
Yep.
Like these guys are nothing, to overlook. All of these guys are individual gods in the game. Some of the best players out there. And the fact that someone like Toddy and Force L's is doing 16 kills, like this guy is great.
Yeah,
he deserves a scrim. That's all I'm saying. He deserves it.
He deserves when Force L's come knocking.
I didn't know he was that good.
You look through the peephole.
I didn't know he was that good.
And you think about it, and then you let him. Okay, and then you let him.
Exactly.
But here we go. Full control over the boom shot. Both teams trading off kills. A man advantage going in favor for Ghost. A 2-man advantage going in favor of Ghost. Power weapon still down. All nades, all boom shots are still down. Now, we're going to get both nades picked up and boom as well, all simultaneously. So, if this round draws out, it's going to be an interesting late game with all these weapons coming up. But it shouldn't. With 2 incense, 2 nades, 2 booms, this round should be done.
Okay, if you guys are keeping track, Force L's was responsible for 4 out of 5 kills right then and there. First, he got a 2-piece. The kill in the beginning, he actually, he picked up a kill. Yeah, he killer cranked it. He stole it. But also on the last kill, he put out his pistol, supported his teammates. He made sure he was available to help out with every single kill around the map.
Yeah, and so now they're going to just swap out the boom a little bit more because the nades just stayed. No point in putting any other big power weapons. So they ask themselves, well, what's the next weapon that we should put down? They want something explosive, something to really end these rounds. The torque bow is that weapon. I fully support it, especially on this map. The next best thing, I wouldn't do a drop shot on this one. Even though some people say, oh, the drop shot's the next best one. I'd rather torque bows are guaranteed kills. Yeah. Especially if you stick them.
On Paper Blaze, I thought Optic Gaming was pretty much going to 2-0 this.
I did too.
But I mean, I'm shocked. I never expected, Force L's to really be a factor in this game. And here we go. It's another 1v1. Oh, taken out by Mentor, the MVP. So Mentor's picking up the boom shot. Torque bow. 4 down, 4 Ghost Gaming. This is all for Optic to make an advance.
Yep. So that's 4 down. But we'll see if they can still win. Rushy's big 1v1. Okay, 2 shots. He stays on this one. Hoping his teammate can get that one. Did he get it? No. He was hoping that his teammate got one more shot in there. And so now God plays is super confident in this one. But, staying aggressive. He has help over the top. Rushy just need a little bit more help. He managed to force God plays on the suicide, so I still take that as a win because Rushy's in a difficult spot. So I consider God plays getting outplayed in that position. So now 4v4, and all players were able to spawn up for Ghost on a 20-second respawn round. So that's the important thing to take away from this one.
Yeah.
Explosive finds 1 kill. Mental looking for these guys. He has 2 on H. At this point, you just put bows on the wall and on the floor and let the splash damage get everything else done. And Mental knows that. You put one, those players having a backup, so they can't go through there. No. Ghost needs to be working on a home hill setup. That's the best thing that they can do. Best thing they can do. Push through top tables and try to work their way through. But Rushy, being the playmaker that he is, he makes his own opening.
Yes, Zolar's able to take out Rushy. He's going to see himself in a 2v2 scenario against Force L's and Toddy. 2 AMs here to make a name. Summons pushes Toddy. Did he get the down? I believe so. Yes, Summons able to take out Toddy, so that leaves him in the 2v1 Solars. He's going to backtrack. He was going to help out his teammate in the middle.
Instincts are spawning out.
But here it goes. Ghost Gaming starting to retreat. Cog domination was denied. Only 1 hill capped for Optic Gaming.
All right, overhead map, because 20 seconds to a boom shot. Who's in position? We got a few players playing top table, but those are all above the boom shot, not under. My fault, sorry, Torque Bow. Yeah, they're all up under, so they can't really get it, but big fights on top of the home hill. So that Torque Bow is going to just be sitting there. Also, the nades on statue. This game is still low scoring. So what I want to see is GG get the Torque Bow and get the nades, because they're both up currently. And I think that's why Forrest is taking this route, because he realizes that, and he's trying to get mid-map and get in a position to pick it up. But they're both still down. Now, is he going to go for
He ran right past it.
Oh, he let somebody else
him
pick
for
it up.
Speedy.
That's a smart play.
I would say Speedy is like the best Torque Bow player in the game. That was a really smart play by him. You know, sometimes you don't have to be selfish. You have to put the power weapons in the hands of people that can use it best.
And this is where Ghost goes up.
I agree.
This is where they can go. Oh, you stick explosives, you may pull out with a double. There you go. Control it. When you have those Torque Bows, you rev and you control the map. Don't let somebody's Lancer control and dictate you. You move freely.
Woo! Speedy, don't do it to him. Speedy chasing out Solars after that beautiful headshot against God Play. Solars was down with Speedy, but here comes Toddy with the rebound. So Speedy does stay alive with the Torque Bow, where he's able to put in a lot of damage. So as you see them whip pack together, open their fountain, Summons is all alone at the hill. If I'm Summons, I'm booking it, man. You know, shoot out some pistol shots, run away, because, you know, this isn't a fight you're going to win. I'll take that back.
Yeah, but hey, but this still is an important round. If they can get the domination coming through. The point lead, take this into account. Optic isn't getting no points. GG about to pull away with this one.
Yeah.
Even losing that fight is not such a bad thing. New Instance just came up and Solar's got it. Now this is an important fight. And Rushy takes down Mental with that one. And now they're going to continue to push the top tables, but Instance is going to be flanking through mid-map most likely to try to get behind on that home hill. And now with 1 hill in their favor, it looks like Optic is forcing. Oh yeah, this is it. Oh, these hills get decapped. There you go.
Yep, that's it. That's
GG 6-0.
That's round. Here we go. So New Orleans is going to be extremely important, because a lot of people, you know, say Mental is the best in the game, but we look on the other side at Ghost Gaming. You can't overlook Speedy and Rushies. Me personally, I feel like Rushies is one of the most talented players in the game myself. And so this is going to be like a redemption type of thing. Can Ghost Gaming, you know, remain a #1 team with Speedy and Rushies being the best duo out there? And I feel like that's a legitimate question to ask.
My man, you know, Speedy's and Rushy's confidence after that last win has gone through.
Tell Rushies that you don't think Ghost Gaming is going to win again, and look at his response. He's going to look at you like you're stupid. The guy, he knows what he's capable of doing against these top teams. You know, he's a surgeon. He picks them apart, man.
Yeah, you know,